Cassie Smedile is with us, RNC Deputy Communications Director. Cassie, I got a challenger here. I think the president has a real problem with the suburbs. That's why Virginia turned blue in the elections on Tuesday. He didn't do well in the suburbs in 16, in 18, or in the elections earlier this week. What are you going to do about that?
Well, to be clear, the trend in Virginia happened before Donald Trump. But we did win 12 out of 13 states.
Yeah, but address
please
address the suburbs, because he ain't winning.
But let's look at those 12 out of 13 states. We had a great night in Ohio, great night in New Jersey, great night in New Hampshire. We won a mayoral race we had no business winning in Aurora, Colorado. That's when you look at these issues of what's happening in our country right now. Republicans are turning out and voters are voting for Republicans.
Cassie, look, with all due respect, look, he's not winning the suburbs. White, well-educated women are not voting for him. How's he get them back?
Well, to be clear, he hasn't been on the ballot yet. But what we are seeing is when you were just talking about Elizabeth Warren, she's not just attacking millionaires and billionaires. She's attacking everyday Americans with her multi-trillion-dollar plan. Same with Joe Biden. Same, you go down the line of every Democrat candidate. And when you put them in a head-to-head, for example, I think you just had Kayleigh McEnany on earlier this week, it shows our data says a head-to-head of Donald Trump and Joe Biden, he gains 10 points with women. We expect those trends across the board in these head-to-head matchups, because when you look at the policies and you look at the issues that American voters care about, suburbs, urban area, rural, doesn't matter. It's the economy. And that's where Donald Trump is winning and delivering. And that's where everything the Democrats are talking about is just inconceivable and would be so destructive to these areas.
Tell me how impeachment is going to affect voters. You have to hope that voters are turned off by impeachment, because if they're turned on by it, you're going to lose.
Well, and we have data that suggests that they are turned off by it. In fact, just polling we just got back shows that 70% of voters in these battleground states, these 17 battleground states that we've identified, they are fed up with Democrats continuing to go after the president. They want to see Congress work on the issues they care about: economy, trade, healthcare, immigration. 70%. That is a huge number that we are working with to make sure that we're engaging with these voters to show them who is working on their behalf. That's Donald Trump and Republicans.
Okay, Cassie, look, I want to thank you very much for being with us. I didn't mean to give you a hard time here, but I think there's some key issues here which have just got to be addressed if you want your guy to win a second term. Cassie Smedile, RNC, thanks for joining us.